Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm participating in a challenge. This challenge is hosted by Sandra from the Schwowen's Nest. I hope I said that right. And Sonia from Domestic Diva. And the challenge is to create some treasure from our trash. So it's a Trash to Treasure Christmas challenge. The other night I was in the kitchen. I had just finished up making myself a hot drink. And I looked at the tin or container that my hot drink mix came in from Sam's. It's a Mystic Spiced Chai drink. And I'll put a picture of the before ends. I didn't know it was gonna take so long to get the label off. It was kind of like peeling wallpaper. But this is what I came up with. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. It's actually cardboard though. It's not metal, just metal on the bottom and the top. And I thought, I really wanted to get into this whole galvanized thing, trying to make my own galvanized little bucket type thing. So that's what I'm going to attempt today. So come along with me and let's get started. The first thing I did was I picked out the paints I was going to use. And normally, from what I've watched on tutorials, when you want to do a galvanized look, you want to put down a metallic base. So I'm going to consider this my metallic base. And then I'm going to use some white paint. This is just plain white from Apple Barrel. And then this one is Country Gray, also from Apple Barrel. So let's see what happens. Alrighty, I'm going to get some white paint out here. And I'm using a matte finish. So let's see what kind of paintbrush I think might work. I want something a little bit stiff, so I can kind of pounce. Oh, this is perfect. This is a stenciling brush. So let's give this a try. I'm not even sure it's going to work on this material. I'm going to kind of pounce it, I guess. So I was wondering if anybody else has that big long pause before they throw something in the trash. Can I make something out of that? Can I use that for something? The struggle is real, you guys. I went ahead and got the white paint all pounced on, and you can see I didn't cover the whole thing. And I didn't clean my brush. I'm just gonna add some gray, and I'm gonna start pouncing that on, and we'll see what we get here. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Well, I got all my painting done. And I couldn't wait for it to dry to see how it would look. So here's a little tip for you. Just use your trusty hair dryer. And it's pretty dry. So I like the way, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but I like the way the silver flecks show through. So let's take the next step. I have some Greenery that I got at Walmart, and I also have some from my backyard that my husband picked for me tonight. So I'm going to get that, and let's see how this turns out. I'm going to fool around with it and try to make a little arrangement. Okay, here's some greens my husband got me from the backyard, and I put them in a little box lid from Aldi so that I didn't get a mess everywhere, hopefully. These 3 picks I bought from Walmart, $1 each. Actually, they were like 97 cents, I believe. Here you see me trying the real life pine, and it just didn't work. Everything I tried just made it look worse and worse. Here's my last valiant effort. I tried adding in the picks from Walmart into the live Greenery, and oh my goodness, it just kept getting uglier and uglier. Well, I tried the real Greenery and I didn't like that at all. I'm going back to my picks here. Now, I like where we're headed. I want to see if this tulle, I think that's what it's called, tulle ribbon would look good or not. This is leftover from our daughter's wedding, and it's just some white tulle. So I'm just kind of bringing the tulle around and making a little bow in the front. Here I decide to use some leftover Jingle Bells I had from my last collab I did, and they look kind of vintage, but they're really new. And I simply just tie them onto the front with another piece of tulle. Okay, you guys, here's my finished product. I added these cute little vintage looking Jingle Bells on the front, a simple tulle bow, and I'm going to turn the can around so you can see my galvanized look. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So the creative juices are still flowing. I wasn't exactly pleased with that first look totally, so I thought of another idea, you guys. I have some twine and I'm going to wrap some of it around the top of the can and then tie the Jingle Bells on with the twine. I'm just going to lay some hot glue along here to get it started. I won't have to glue all of it, exactly all of it, but every so often I will. So I'm going to start out with this, being careful not to burn myself. I do have this little piece of wood here. There we go. So there's a good start. And I'm just going to start wrapping this around. I've never done this before, so let's see how this works out. Actually, the first row, I'm going to put some glue every so often. There we go. Put a little glue, and you get the idea. Okay, here's where I started. I'm going to make sure that I cut it where I started it, so that'll all be in the back. So I'm going to glue that down here and then trim that off, and that way my seam's all on one side, and that'll be the back where I started and where I finished. Here I'm just taking the same Jingle Bells that I used in the first look, and I'm tying them with some twine and making a little bow so that I can glue that onto my can. Here I'm simply hot gluing the bells onto the front of the can, and I had to press them down and hold them for a little while till they were secure. Okay, you guys, here's my look number 2. So basically the same up top. I just went ahead and wrapped this twine and glued it around my galvanized little bucket, and then I added those little bells on the front. So you vote below, tell me which look you like better, look 1 or look 2. This look is definitely more me. This look right here. So it's the next day, and I just wanted to pop this little clip in. I wasn't quite happy with the sparseness of my project, so my husband went out in the yard and he cut some greenery for me, and I added it in. This is live, and I think it just looks so much better, brings it all together and gives it a fullness. And can you tell which is real and which is not? I think it blends really well. Of course, this looks artificial, but the greenery, I think it all looks very similar. So I'm so happy with it, and sometimes you just need to let something brew in your mind and work on it again. So there's the final product. If you guys could see my table, oh my goodness. I have pine needles from the fresh pine that I decided not to use. I have different items that I decided not to use, my hair dryer, oh my goodness. But it was worth it for the end product. Sometimes you just have to run around and find stuff and try it. So crafting doesn't always go as planned. I did have a vision in my head and I was able to bring it to fruition. But I want to know, do you like the look number 1 with the tulle a fancy tool? Or are you more of a rustic girl like me with the twine? So vote below. Thanks for joining me for this video. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that below. I would like to highlight my craft playlist for you. If you like this video, then you'll probably like to check out my craft playlist. And thank you to Sandra from the Showwinds Nest and Sonia from Domestic Diva for hosting this challenge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I'd like to highlight my craft. Oh no, there goes the clock again. I still haven't changed that battery. I'm too busy crafting to change batteries.